Hi friends, this is Sir Jahangir. Today's section is getting started with Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This section is the first section, so I will tell you each and every components in details. So because you can learn a lot. So let's start. So guys, getting started with Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Goal: describe and define Linux, open source Linux distributions, and Red Hat Enterprise Linux kernel architecture. I will tell you all these things in details, and this is the first section. So this section is totally theory based, and I will also give you a Linux kernel architecture diagram also, and you have to know all these things in details. Otherwise, you cannot go ahead. That's why I will tell you all these things in details. Okay. It will take some time, but it is very important to know all these things. Okay. Then objectives. Objectives are define and explain the purpose of Linux, open source, Linux distributions, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and Linux kernel architecture. Then what is Linux? I will tell you. Okay. Then see what is Linux. Linux is the name of kernel. Okay, here some confusions and some actually misconceptions. Someone telling Linux is the name of operating system, but this is not the true. The true is Linux is the name of kernel. And operating systems like actually Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Ubuntu, CentOS. These operating systems are made by Linux kernel. Okay, so Linux is not the name of the operating system. Keep in mind, Linux is the name of a kernel. Okay, and then what is kernel? What is kernel? I will tell you in a while. Okay, now why should you learn about Linux? Why should I learn Linux? Yes, you should learn Linux because in the modern data center, Linux and Microsoft Windows are the major players, and Linux is a growing segment in that space. Some of the many reasons to learn Linux includes: one, a Windows user needs to interoperate with Linux. This is very vital thing that a Windows user needs to interoperate with Linux. Okay. Secondly, in application development, Linux hosts the applications or its runtime. In cloud computing, the cloud instances in the private or public cloud environment use Linux kernel in the operating system. Okay. With mobile applications or the Internet of Things (IoT), the chances are high that the operating systems of your device uses Linux kernel. Actually, nowadays we are using Android operating system. The Android operating system actually made of Linux kernel. Okay. If you are looking for new opportunities in IT, Linux skills are in high demand, and that's why we should learn about Linux. What makes Linux great? There are many different answers to the question what makes Linux great. However, three of them are: Linux is open source software. This is very interesting thing. This makes Linux great. Okay. And what is open source? I will tell you what is open source. Linux provides easy access to a powerful and scriptable command line interface. User can perform all administration tasks from the command line interface. It enables easier automation, deployment, and provisioning, and simplifies both local and remote system administration. Okay, unlike other operating system, these capabilities has been built in from the beginning. Okay, nowadays Windows bring PowerShell. It's like Linux shell. Linux is a modular operating system that allows you to easily replace or remove component. You can actually here you can remove any component easily, allow operating systems to easily replace or remove any components. Okay, what is kernel? Kernel is a core component of any operating system. It functions as a bridge between the system hardware and other user defined programs. What is other user defined programs? Like I am working with Apache HTTP web server. You are working with some other applications. These all are user defined program. It manages hardware, memory, and the scheduling of running program. It was created in 1991 by Linus Torvalds when he was in a project named People's Disliking About Meanings. This is very keep in mind. This is very important question. Many interviewer asks what was the project name when Linus Torvalds created the kernel. The project name was People's Disliking About Meanings. It consists of various modules. What is module? Module is basically software. What is software? Software is basically set of instructions and scripts, nothing else, and it interacts directly with underlying hardware. Okay. Now, what is open source software? Open source software is software with source code that anyone can use, study, modify, and share. What is source code? I will tell you in why. Okay. What is source code? It is very important actually. I think what is source code. See what is source code? Source code is the set of human readable instructions that are used to make a program. It may be interpreted as a script or compiled into a binary executable which the computer runs directly. Understand? Upon creating source code, it gets copyrighted and the copyright holder controls them under which the software can be copied, adapted, and distributed. Then what is difference between open source and closed source? Actually, closed source basically some softwares has source code that only the person, team, or organization created. They can change or distribute. You don't have the permission to do all the stuff. These software is sometimes called proprietary software, like Microsoft operating system. It is totally proprietary software. You can actually Microsoft don't allow you to modify or copy or write some code in their software in their operating system. These are called closed source. Typically, the license only allows the end user to run the program and provides no access to tightly limited access to the source code. You cannot do anything. Actually, you cannot do anything with source code in closed source. Whereas open source is different. When the copyright holder provides software under as an open source license, they grant the end user to run the program and also to view, modify, compile, and redistribute the source code royalty free to others. Actually, this makes Linux great. Linux is open source software. You can do anything with the source code. You can view the source code, you can modify the source code, you can compile the source code, you can redistribute the source code with royalty free to other. Okay, but you have to maintain the copyright rules. Just because the software is open source does not mean it is somehow not able to be used or provide commercially. One can sell open source code, but he should maintain the terms of true open source license. You can actually sell your code also, but you have to maintain the open source true license. Okay. Mostly common vendor of open source such as Red Hat provide commercial help with deploying, supporting, and extending solutions. Red Hat cannot take money for this source code. You have to understand this. Actually, Red Hat cannot take money from you for the source code because it is open source. Okay, they are maintain the term of open source. They only take money for their actually support. They provide you a lot of support, and they provide actually security patch updates, so updates and maintenance and access of knowledge of RHEL portal. For this reason, they are taking money from you. Otherwise, they did not take money from you for source code. Okay. Open source has many benefits for the user. Yes, obvious. Often open source has many benefits. First of control. See what the code does and change it to improve it. You can view the code. You can change to improve it. Okay. Secondly, training. Learn from real world code and develop more useful applications. There are a big community and you can learn much more from this community, and you can develop your code, and you can make your application also from this code. Okay. Security. Inspect sensitive code, fix with or without the original developer's help. Okay. Stability. Code can survive the loss of the original developer or a distributor. This is the vital point. Okay. If original developer not present there, but the code can survive because this is open source. You can distribute, you can modify it, so the source code actually can survive alone. Okay. Now, type of open source license. There are actually many type of open source license. First of copyleft. In copyleft license, anyone who distribute the source code pass freedom to use, copy, modify, redistribute the code. Okay. Common copyleft license are one GPL, GNU General Public License, and LGPL, Lesser GNU Public License. Okay. Permissive, that are designed to maximize code reusability of source code. Several common permissive licenses are one MIT X11 license, two simplified BSD license, and three Apache Software License 2.0. Now, who develop open source software? This is actually a very misconception here. Who develops open source software? It's a misconception to think that open source is developed solely by an army volunteers or an army individual plus Red Hat. No, it's not true. Anyone can develop open source software. You, me, anyone can develop open source software. Okay, this conception actually is not true. Now, who is Red Hat? This is a vital question. Who is Red Hat? Red Hat is the world's leading provider of open source software solutions. Red Hat roles to help customers connect with open source community to effectively use open source software. What is a Linux distribution? Linux distribution is an installable operating system constructed from a Linux kernel. Here you understand, actually operating system is constructed by Linux kernel. Okay, and supporting users, programs and libraries. A complex Linux operating system is not developed by a single organization but by a collection of independent open source development communities. Here has a big community. Okay. totally versioning system. If you know about GitHub, one developer working with one module, another developer one working with another module, and with individual software component. A distributor provides an easy way for user to install and manage a working Linux system. And distributions are actually Red Hat Enterprise Linux is Red Hat's commercialized Linux distributions, and other distributions are Ubuntu, CentOS, Kali. These are all actually Unix based operating system. Okay, these are the operating systems: CentOS, Kali, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and these operating system actually based on Unix operating system. Okay, now development of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is a vital thing. You have to know how to develop Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Red Hat participates in supporting individual open source projects. It contributes code, developer time, resources, and other support. Okay, often collaborating with developers from other Linux distributions. Fedora. What is Fedora? Fedora provides a free working environment that can serve as a development lab and providing ground for features that are incorporated into their commercialized products. Actually, Fedora commercialized product is Red Hat. Okay, and developer are working in Fedora and they developed here and commercialized by Red Hat. Okay. However, Fedora focus on innovation and excellence, not long-term stability. New major updates happen every 6 months and can bring significant changes. Two updates per year, which make it less suitable for enterprise use. Okay. Actually, Fedora brings update every 6 months. That's why it is not suitable for enterprise usage. But Red Hat stabilized this development system and incorporated to their enterprise. Okay. Red Hat stabilizes the software to ensure that it is ready for long-term support and stabilization and integrates it into their enterprise ready distributions RHELA. Now I am giving you a diagram that you can better understand of development process of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. First, actually this is a big project and a lot of developer includes in this project. First, participate. Who participate? Upstream projects. Actually, Red Hat. We participate in and create community powered upstream project. Red Hat. Actually, Red Hat supply here source code. They maintain all these things. They actually maintain developers' time, resources, and other supports also. Okay. Now integrate community platforms. We integrate upstream projects fostering open community platforms. Million of developers in Fedora. This is the integrate section and here developer works with this code. Stabilize supported products, platforms and solutions. We commercialize these platforms together with a rich ecosystems of services and certifications like Red Hat. Actually, what is telling this diagram? Uh, the development process. Participants are Red Hat. Red Hat supplies the code. Red Hat manage all the developers time resources all these things, and here is start Fedora project. Fedora projects actually developer working in this sector and they working with this code by supplied by Red Hat or their own code also. Okay, and whatever they developed Red Hat here stabilize all those things and commercialize these products. Okay, this is the actual diagram. CentOS Linux distribution open source designed for small office home Soho clustering absent on CentOS. Actually, CentOS clustering system totally absent here, and it is designed for a small office or home. Now, trying out Red Hat Enterprise Linux architecture of a Linux system. At the beginning, I told you I will give you a diagram of Linux architectures. Okay, now I am giving you the diagram. That is now hardware. Hardware layer, basically hardware consists of all peripherals devices like random access memory, hard disk drive, central processing unit. All these things are under hardware. Okay. Then kernel. Kernel, it is the core component of operating system. It interact directly with hardware. Actually, it interact directly with hardware. Okay. Now shell. Shell functions as interpreter. It takes command from user and send it to kernel to execute kernel's functions. Okay. Whatever we are doing here, shell taking our command and transfer our command to kernel. Kernel shell send the command to hardware. Hardware execute the command and send back to kernel, and kernel then back to shell, and shell actually giving me output here. User and utilities applications whatever user use to communicate or take attention of shell. Summary in this section, what you learned. First off, open source software is software with source code that anyone can freely use, study, modify, and share. A Linux distribution is an installable operating system constructed from a Linux kernel and supporting user programs and libraries. Okay. Red Hat participates in supporting and contributing code to open source projects, sponsors and integrates project software into community driven distributions, and stabilizes the software to offer it as supported enterprise ready products. Red Hat Enterprise Linux is Red Hat's open source enterprise ready commercially supported Linux distributions. I hope you enjoyed this session. From next session, we will slowly enter into practical section, and we will do lot of labs from that section. So guys, stay tuned. Thank you.